are gonna get back. Grab the woman, make them make fast. To the tunnels with the children and the rats. This time, I know things are gonna be worse than the last time when they caught us. Ass and pancreas with our pants down, acting sus. Ready talk, just like the others. Tommy was the undercover. Some men are strong, some men are weak. The more they look, the less they see. Livestock hanging from their cranes. Dancing dogs talk like men, talking of their higher needs. A woman's touch won't just be. The worms, I watched them as they fucked each other in the mud. Oh, it felt just like looking in the mirror for the first time in my life. I knew what I was and I cried. Why am I pink? Why am I blind? Why do I writhe inside this body?
And here we go.
Choi maneuvers us above them. They reach up for our searchlights, eyes wide and jaws slack. I can see the dim red beam of the laser as it settles on the first target. A second later, a small dart is fired into its chest.
And one.
He centers the beam on the second subject.
And two.
He moves down the swarm, tagging each one with a non-lethal shot.
Kills me not to kill them. I mean, I know the whole point is to study their movements, set up an early warning network. I know that if we had the resources to clear them all, we would. Still.
He darts a sixth target. Like all the others, this one is oblivious to the small hole in its sternum.
How do they do it? How are they still around? Nothing in the world corrodes like salt water. These G's should have gone way before the ones on land. Their clothes sure did. Anything organic like cloth or leather.
The figures below us are practically naked.
So why not the rest of them? Is it the temperature at these depths? Is it the pressure? And why do they have such a resistance to pressure anyway? At this depth, the human nervous system should be completely jelloized. They shouldn't even be able to stand, let alone walk and think, or whatever their version of thinking is. How do they do it? I'm sure someone real high up has all the answers, and I'm sure the only reason they don't tell me is
He is suddenly distracted by a flashing light on his instrument panel.
Hey, check this out.
I look down at my own panel. The readouts are incomprehensible.
We got a hot one. Pretty healthy rod count. Must be from the Indian Ocean, Iranian or Paki. Or maybe that Chaikum attack boat that went down off Minihi. How about that?
He fires another dart.
You're lucky. This is one of the last man recon dives. Next month, it's all ROV, 100% remotely operated vehicles.
There's been a lot of controversy over the use of ROVs for combat.
Never happened. The Sturge has got way too much star power. She'd never let Congress go droid on us.
Is there any validity to their argument?
What? You mean if robots are more efficient fighters than ADS divers? Hell no. All that talk about limiting human casualties is bullshit. We never lost a man in combat, not one. That guy they keep talking about, Chernov, he was killed after the war, on land, when he got wasted and passed out on a tram line. Fucking politicians. Maybe ROVs are more cost-effective, but one thing they're not is better. I'm not just talking about artificial intelligence. I'm talking heart, instinct, initiative, everything that makes us us. That's why I'm still here. Same with the Sturge, and almost all the other vets who took the plunge during the war. Most of us are still involved because we have to be. Because they still haven't yet come up with a collection of chips and bits to replace us. Believe me, once they do, I'll not only never look at an exosuit again, I'll quit the Navy and pull a full-on Alpha November Alpha.
What's that?
Action in the North Atlantic. This old black and white war flick. There's a guy in it. You know the skipper from Gilligan's Island? His old man. He had a line. I'm putting an oar on my shoulder, and I'm starting inland. And the first time a guy says to me, "What's that on your shoulder?" That's where I'm settling for the rest of my life.
Quebec, Canada. The small farmhouse has no wall, no bars on the windows, and no lock on the door. When I ask the owner about his vulnerability, he simply chuckles and resumes his lunch. André Renard, brother of the legendary war hero Émile Renard, has requested that I keep his exact location secret. I don't care if the dead find me, he says without feeling, but I care very little for the living. The former French national immigrated to this place after the official end of hostilities in Western Europe. Despite numerous invitations from the French government, he has not returned.
Everyone else is a liar. Everyone who claims that their campaign was the hardest of the entire war. All those ignorant peacocks who beat their chests and brag about mountain warfare or jungle warfare or urban warfare. Cities, oh, how they love to brag about cities. Nothing more terrifying than fighting in a city. Oh, really? Try underneath one. Do you know why the Paris skyline was devoid of skyscrapers? I mean, the pre-war proper Paris skyline. Do you know why they stuck all those glass and steel monstrosities out in La Défense, so far from the city centre? Well, yes, there's aesthetics, a sense of continuity and civic pride, not like that architectural mongrel called London. But the truth, the logical, practical reason for keeping Paris free from American-style monoliths is that the earth beneath their feet is simply too tunneled to support it. There are Roman tombs, quarries that supplied limestone for much of the city,